I was a wayward teenager, always a runaway from home and doing all sorts of nasty things. Bad company, I did drugs, prostitution, and numerous abortions. I had my only daughter when I was 17 because the abortion pills that I took at that time did not work. After giving birth, I left her with my mom and continued gallivanting all over the place and with my street life. After several other abortions at quacks' offices, my womb was damaged, so I was never going to have any other child. Actually, I was lucky I survived that last botched abortion. I met Stan when I was in my mid-20s. He was a beautiful creation of God. All things good. We fell in love with each other, dated, and got married. But I never mentioned anything about my past to him. He even officially adopted Kate, my precious daughter. Our marriage was beautiful and amazing. But we lacked one thing, a child. Stan's biological child. Stan always pushed for us to go for medical checkups, but I always downplayed it, and I gave one excuse or the other on how we should trust and wait on the Lord. Of course, I knew that if we went to a doctor, he would know that I was the problem, and I was not ready to allow that happen. 1 year of dating and 3 years of marriage, Stan got tired of waiting for God's time. After he found out the truth, he ended the marriage. I tried to beg him to reconsider his decision so that we can explore other avenues of having kids, but he could have none of it. According to him, I should have been honest with him from the onset of the relationship. He did not want to continue staying in a relationship with a serial liar. Stan loved and cared about Kate so much, even after the divorce. The great bond they had built was not broken. The business that Stan started for me was doing so well, and I was able to afford a comfortable life for Kate and myself, even after the divorce. I decided never to get married again, rather focus on the business and my daughter's well-being. When she became a teenager, I started micromanaging her life. I dreaded her turning out to be like me. The apple does not fall far from the tree, so they say. I controlled every single aspect of her life. What she ate, what she wore, where she went, with who, why, and for how long. She danced only to my tunes and did only my biddings. I did not even allow her study in a boarding school, and I chose friends for her. I became obsessively controlling of her life. In college, she still commuted from home, and I knew all about her classes and lessons timetable. I controlled her going out and coming back in. Kate had only 2 lady friends that I approved of. She never went out with them, rather they came visiting her at home whenever they wanted to spend time together. After her college studies, she asked for Stan's help in finding a job. You know, they were still in touch. He promised to pull some strings and find her a job at a government agency, and he did. I did not like that idea one bit, because it only meant that I might lose grip of my precious daughter. After a long persuasion from her, I allowed her to take the job, but put a curfew on her. She was to be at home not later than 7 in the evening. This went on for about a year. One fine Sunday evening, Martha, my childhood friend, came visiting, and we were having a chat, reminiscing about our teenage years and all the crazy, stupid things that we did back then. We had no idea that Kate was eavesdropping. She heard the entire conversation and got to know about my dark and nasty past, something I never ever wanted her to know. So that is why you have been obsessively remote controlling my life, because you thought I'd turn out to be a harlot just like you? I have lived all my life like your puppet because you wanted to correct your mistakes? She said amid tears. I almost jumped off my seat because I had no idea that she was listening to our conversation. She stormed out of the house and did not come back until the following day in the evening. I lost the control I had on my daughter. She no longer was dancing to my tunes. My soft-spoken, calm, cool, and collected girl that I'd tell to jump and she asks me how high was now rude and disrespectful to me. She did everything that I had previously forbidden her to do. Whenever I tried to remind her of who was in charge in the house, she threatened to leave. After all, she was now earning her own money. After 4 months of emotional torture from my own daughter, she came home one evening and told me that she was pregnant. At only 23, how could she get pregnant? With rage, I stood up and allowed my hand to violently come into contact with her cheeks. She lost her cool on me. Again. Woman, do you think you have the monopoly of power on scooping honey from the forbidden jar? Do you think you're the only one who knows how sweet it can be? Well, newsflash, mother. I know the goodness and sweetness that comes with that scoop, and I've been eating that honey for 2 years now. I was tired of my friends talking about how good it was and how much I was missing out on. So, I got into a relationship, and I have not regretted trying it out, she shouted at me. I was dumbfounded. Never been that speechless before because, the same friends I personally waited for her and they passed? As I was still standing in the middle of the living room, trying to process all the nonsense that Kate had just spewed from her mouth, she emerged from her bedroom with her suitcase. It seemed this young lady had packed all her belongings and was just waiting for the perfect time to leave. I tried to stop her, but she pushed me aside and walked out. I landed on the hard floor butt first. That was a hard, firm push. Took me a minute to register what had just happened before I snapped out of it and followed her out angrily, ready to land my hand on her face because how dare she? As I walked out of the front door, the taxi that had been waiting for her sped off right before my eyes. It had been 5 years now. I have tried to get in touch with her, but she never responds. It seems she has never forgiven me. My 2 grandbabies are so beautiful and adorable. I see them on social media all the time. My daughter's family photos on social media depict a happy family. I really hope that she forgives me someday and comes to see me. I'd really love to hold her and her children and give them a big hug and tell them how much I love them. Thank you so much guys for watching and listening to my stories. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more captivating tales. Do not forget to hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comment section below, and feel free to share this video with your friends and your family. Until next time, stay tuned for more captivating stories. Bye for now.